Hi, in this lesson we are going to see how to use a risk management process, stressing the role of product information and how it affects product safety during use. In this case, we will look at a situation where you are a school manager and want to install a swing in the school playground. As we have seen, the first step of any risk management process is to have clear objectives and to define the context where the products will be installed and used. Is it in your private yard, in a school, in a public space? In this case study, the objective of the risk management process is to choose a swing for a school playground and keep it safe during use for its whole life cycle. You need to be aware of your organization's risk criteria for the level of risk you are ready to accept. As we mentioned before, national legislation and relevant standards setting minimum safety requirements will surely be part of your list of risk criteria when you deal with products for children. So, in the case of this swing for a school, you want to choose a swing in compliance with the relevant standards and national regulations. For this, you need to know the difference between a swing for domestic use, part of the toy standards, and a swing for collective use, playground standards. Swings for domestic use should not be installed in kindergarten, schools, or other premises for collective use, as the safety requirements for structural integrity, stability and anchorage are weaker, and this might pose a risk to children when there is a more intensive use. For a school, you will look for a swing complying with European playground standards. And for this, you would look into three parts of the playground standard. Part 1, it's general safety requirements. Part 2, additional safety requirements for swings. And Part 7, with guidelines for installation, operation, inspection and maintenance. Compliance with the standard means that the product has been through a risk assessment. The safety requirements in the standard were on the producer's list of risk criteria for decision taking on acceptable risk, and risk treatment measures have been implemented. So the swing is considered as safe before entering the market. In practice, it means that the main hazards for the swing have been addressed at the design stage. For instance, the use of risk treatment measures, according to the standard, results in chains having the adequate resistance not to break during use and having dimensions to prevent finger entrapment. And the swing seat has impact absorbing properties in case it hits the user or passers-by. But a swing is different from other children's products, like a doll, a cot or a soother. The safety of a swing during use will largely depend on the installation and the interaction of the swing with other playground equipment, other materials and local conditions. So after installation, another risk assessment will be necessary as a starting point for your risk management system for safe operation. For this post-installation risk assessment, the standard requires a supplier to provide specific product information as part of risk communication. This will transfer to the operator the responsibility to keep the product free from an acceptable risk. So it is up to you, as school manager and operator, to ensure the safety of the product during its life cycle by following these instructions and include them in the playground risk management system. Different types of swing present different levels of risk and challenge for children, even if they comply with the same standard. They may also require different risk reduction measures for safe use, and this will have an influence on safe operation as the requirements for installation, inspection and maintenance may vary. Product information will address risks you need to take into account for each type of swing and will allow you to check if you can manage them before you choose to buy that specific swing. Product information is required before you buy, so it's pre-information, on installation and assembly and concerning inspection and maintenance. So before you buy, information allows for informed and responsible choices. For instance, you will need to know that swings require a lot of space available for safe use. Due to the forced movement, you need quite an extensive area free from obstacles where children could jump out or fall from the swing without major injuries. Product information will allow you to check beforehand if you have enough room in the school playground for the thing you selected and if you can meet all the needs in order to be able to manage potential risks. Information on installation and assembly will determine the interface of the swing with the environment with an influence on its global safety during the whole life cycle. As part of your risk management, you should choose a competent person with experience and knowledge about the standards to install the swing, follow the instructions of the supplier about, for instance, foundations that will be crucial for stability, the extension of the impact area with no overlapping with the falling spate of other surrounding equipment, and adequate impact attenuation surfacing, among other issues. On inspection and maintenance, prior to first use, a post-installation should be carried out in accordance with supplier's instructions. A plan for periodic inspections specific for the type of swing you choose will allow you to control any signals of wear, slacks or breakage of any parts of the swing and take immediate or planned actions for preventive or corrective maintenance. Again, as part of your risk management plan, only competent persons with appropriate knowledge about the standards and behavior of materials should be allowed to inspect or maintain the swing in order to keep any risks at acceptable levels. The maintenance plan shall indicate the technical specifications of any replacement parts, like chains or swing seats, according to the information provided by the supplier. Part 7 of the Playground Standard also recommends the implementation of a safety management system for playgrounds and gives some procedures on how to develop it. One of the recurrent recommendations is that the inspection and maintenance plan should be established in accordance with the supplier's instructions. So once more, product information given out with the swing is the basis for risk management during the whole life cycle of the product. In order to be able to maintain the risk of the swing at an acceptable level and to allow for risk communication with competent authorities, the supplier or other parties, in case of an accident, for instance, you should keep all product information for future reference and implement the inspection and maintenance plan, keeping the records of all inspections and maintenance services. You should also collect incident or accident reports and analyze the information to find possible causes related to the risk management procedures, like chain breaking or other kind of product failure. A final tip to keep your risk management system up to date: watch children play in the school playgrounds. You may find some unintended but foreseeable use, as children play and climb everywhere, and you may want to include some risk control measures like more detailed inspection, increased maintenance or other safety measures. As a summary, and our key issues for this lesson, remember that on playgrounds, safety of products, the playground equipment, during their whole life cycle will depend on the implementation of a risk management system for operation. Regulations and standards should be part of your risk criteria when choosing playground equipment as a tool to ensure minimum acceptable safety level. When you buy playground equipment in compliance with the standard, it means that the product went through a risk assessment process, but its safety during use will depend on the installation, operation and use, as well as other conditions on site, like climatic conditions, layout of play equipment and others. So another risk assessment will have to be carried out after installation to check the result of the interaction of the product with the playground environment. Checking product information before buying playground equipment ensures conditions required for safe use can be met, like the extension of the impact area. Product information on installation, inspection and maintenance, together with guidelines in Part 7 of the Playground Standard, are the basis for the development of the risk management system for the safe operation of a playground. And product information is key tool for safe use and operation of playground equipment. Thank you.